Hi everybody, welcome to the next video. This video I'm going to be going over one of my games that I had yesterday. It's a Zoe game that I played versus Oriana. I recently found out that this Oriana is Pobelter. I had no idea it was him when I played it. But we're just going to over... basically, this is a semi-even game, kind of. It snowballs out of control later, and I'll explain like how one kill basically made the whole entire game just topple over onto our head, but... there's a lot of players here. I had C9 Sven. This is Core JJ. I don't know who the top laner could be, but yeah, playing Zoe versus Oriana. I'm going to be looking at... I'm just going to be telling you like the things that I'm looking for when I'm playing Zoe versus certain champions, what I'm trying to do, when I'm versus good players, and the advantages that I try to get. And also, I die as well, so I'm trying to record or go over an even game, because everybody watching a stomp game playing versus an autofilled top or autofilled mid laner who just doesn't know how to play mid lane and just dies over and over isn't really that educational. It's probably better to look over games that are versus players and more even. So yeah, first thing I did, I used Q on the wave. Going for a early level 2 is always pretty good inside most matchups if I'm versus Cinder, Oriana, Victor. I like using Qs on the wave so I can get the wave pushing, because getting level 2 advantage early on, sometimes you can get stuff off of that. I'm positioning myself, making sure that I'm staying away from Oriana so she never lands her Q on me and stuff like that. So she's also positioning herself so she doesn't get hit by anything. The CSing all these. When she uses her Q, I will probably look for trading. So right here, I'm going to go for this creep, and she is going to maybe step up here. Every single time somebody trades mid lane, it's normally around going for a creep. So in this case, this creep is getting kind of low. So she knows I'm probably going to auto it very soon. So she goes for a Q on me during that window where I'm going for this creep here. Me knowing that her Q is down, by the way, I'm going to actually step up to try to trade back, because I know that if she decides to opt into a trade, which is something that would happen, let's say I was a silver or playing inside a silver, right? The Oriana just used her Q on me, and that's all she has. She's level 1. That's it. I think in most cases, a silver player will start auto attacking me here, which is bad because I still have my Q. So what I would do is I would Q back like sideways here, and then I would auto them, Q, and then auto again, and proc electrocute. And who wins the trade? I do, because she has no ability. She already used it. So that's the reason why she's walking back here. So I'm looking for it. She's not wanting to trade because she knows she will lose the trade because she just used an ability. Inside of the lower elos, this is how I would get an advantage here. I would trade versus them when they just use their ability. So I go up, I go for the creep, but I also hit a Q, and I back off. And that also procs Taste of Blood, I think, just now. So I get a little bit of healing as well. I also reached level 2, but that's because I got a ward earlier on. Nothing happened from it, though. So I went for W just because, since I got it so early on, since I got the W so early on, the new wave coming in, I figured would have a, balloon on it, because most of the time you have to kill a creep, and then by the time you kill a creep, sometimes you're killing the creep that would have a balloon, so you don't get it. So I just level W here. So she used Q again, by the way, remember that. And I know that she's going for this creep here, but also I'm trying to crash this wave completely under tower. I want to make it so it fully crashes because it is on her side. So you can see I'm extremely gankable right now. I made it so the vision control is only on my side, so you can see how dark the map is. Of course, junglers don't really gank at this time, but still, I don't want it to be frozen here for the next 30 seconds. Use the Q on the wave, and as you can see, it has a little explosion radius, so I actually got a little bit of a chunk on her as well, so... even if they stand behind, it's pretty decent. And then I step back up again once, because I didn't know if she was going to go for this creep or not right here, and she actually didn't back up far enough and took an auto attack, empowered auto attack, and you can see that actually chunked her really hard here. So that was a mistake by her, and she missed the creep, and then she couldn't even trade back, you see? She actually messed that up, so that was a really poor trade from her. So once again, still just trying to shove this in all the way. We can quickly go over this trade here. This was like, maybe misplay from her, but also kind of well played from me, so... She uses Q here. The ball is inside this angle here. When I step back up, I know her Q cooldown is actually gonna probably be back up soon. So what I do is that in most cases, she's going to be looking to hit me on the way out. So when I turned around, I think that she accidentally channeled it and thinking I was going to run away and not opt into a trade, because the trade now would suck for me because I don't have Q up. So actually I would lose this trade. And that could be the reason why it missed. She thought I was going to run away because in most cases a good player would run away because there's no way I should win this trade. But sometimes this kind of stuff happens where like a player does something that is out of the ordinary and not the correct play, which actually benefits you. It's kind of a mind game thing sometimes. I have my Everfrost here, and then my advantage in this lane is I have Ignite and she has TP. I put a ward down up here so I can play towards this side of the lane. I honestly probably should pay attention more to where if bot lane or top lane leashed, and then I know where he started because clearly he started this side, so this ward is actually completely useless. Okay, it's not useless. I can play towards this side, and then Trundle's going to be down here, so he's going to go through here, but this ward probably should be over here. I don't know. I'm pretty bad with lane wards, but I'm probably going to look to be aggressive with this, but I'm probably going to miss it, I'm guessing. I want to step up towards her. This is going to get low, right? So I'm going to try to deny it from her. So I step up, I miss my Q, and I miss basically everything. And also I miss the cannon, and she also gets the cannon. So I made a mistake here, and the mistake was I should have actually waited for the cannon to be a little bit lower. But the idea was correct. So this is just a mechanical error whenever you're playing gameplay. As whatever champion you're playing, remember, most of the trading windows are done around certain things getting low. A cannon is worth 90, or actually, maybe it's worth less early on, but worth more later. But anyways, I'm trying to deny it because it's a lot of gold, right? So I know she wants to step up for it, and I went in at a bad time. You can see, I think the auto attack actually forced these minions to hit me here, and these minions should have killed this minion, but actually me hitting her there actually ruined it, so... I should have just waited, done it maybe a half a second later, and the creep would have died, and maybe she would have stepped up for it, and I could have gotten a better trade-off, so... So far I've used one Corrupting Potion. She has not used any of hers, but she is completely low mana, so this low mana is really going to benefit me here. Here I look for a bubble and miss it. I wouldn't say that she really dodged it. I had a really bad game in terms of bubbles this game. And now I want to fully crash this wave, so she is somewhat out of mana, so she can't really ever contest this because I'm pushing so fast. So I'm just using the Q on the back wave here because I know it two-shots it when I'm level 2 Q. You can see how much damage it deals. And I think I back here, no? I'm pretty sure I back, or it's next wave, because I'm kind of getting out of mana. I know I still have another Corrupting Potion, but she's going to back as well. And also, there's another thing that you need to think about, which is... she has TP and I don't have TP, so, you know, let's imagine I stay in lane, right? If I stay in lane, and then she TP's back, she's gonna come back with full mana, and I'm gonna be stuck in lane with no mana, so I'm gonna then I'm gonna lose priority. If my jungler ever gets caught out, like, let's say, like, look at him here, let's say Orianna starts running towards him because Trundle sees him, I can't follow, or if I do, I have very low mana to fight, because you could see how low it was, right? So... and this is because of the TP. Now, if we both don't have TP and we're both low mana, we're still even. But I'm trying to not get a disadvantage for my entire team, not just myself. So I have to back here. And I figure, hey, if she TP's here, I'm going to miss a few creeps, but at least then we'll be on even terms. If she doesn't TP, we're both going to come back being basically completely even. I'm down 1 CS, and we're basically same purchase with both having Dark Seal. I have boots, she has tier. So that's something to think about when you're playing versus a TP while not having TP yourself. You need to be thinking about when you can take that reset to not get a disadvantage of them TPing back and then you having no pressure because you're either low HP, low mana, or stuff like that. So I'm once again trying to fix this wave, land a bubble, but my Q is still down for a little bit, so I can't really do anything about it. I think I do like an auto attack and then like hit her. Oh, and I messed that up as well. I didn't Q there. I should have Q'd there. I didn't want to get juked because she was trying to juke it. Was the bubble necessarily bad? Not really. The trade was still like in my favor because she only has 1 health potion and I have Corrupting Potions. but it could have been better. And from this point onwards, basically, it's just a farm lane. I mean, and I do actually a worse job at farming than she does. So I get myself killed. And I also walked into that, so that wasn't very good. I probably should have played that a little bit further back. Let's get those. There's an Orianna here. I think I'm gonna look for her. Oh, right. That was such a bad spot to be in. Okay, so we saw her rotate over across this. This ward doesn't give enough vision here, so she actually was not here. Even though it looked like she rotated to that, she actually was around here. So I actually got a really bad trade because of this ward, I guess, was not close enough towards this part right here. So that was a mistake by me. And I took a bad trade because of it. Because I thought I saw her, and me and Olaf were going to pinch her. He was going to go this way, I was going to go this way. She flashes. If I land bubble, if I do land bubble and actually connects, she's probably dead. So, this mistake by me. What? I missed that? Alright, well, I troll. Olaf's just doing this. I'm rotating over to it just to make sure that, I don't know, if I don't know, Trundle comes over. I have nothing to do under tower. I can't really pressure under tower in my opinion, so. This is kind of how I play the laning phase. Like, if I'm going to shove this guy under tower over and over again, I'll just kind of rotate and try to create pressure of me being missing and stuff like that. You can see that I'm going to... I think I fully reset here, and the reason being is because the wave is even, but the thing is her wave is on her side, so even though it's an even wave, if it's in the middle, it would actually be completely even, but because it's on her side, her creeps are going to arrive before mine, which means that it's actually going to create a slow push. So I actually reset here because I wanted to just get, I don't know, more items. I finished Ionian Boots so I can roam better. And I knew that I would be able to collect a lot of this. I'm not going to miss too many creeps here. So you can see that it's pushing towards me. She's going to shove out, and then she's probably going to reset herself, and then I catch the wave, and then I have a window of maybe roaming. I think I messed up these creeps. Oh, maybe not. Got a lot of them. Got all of them. So she's on her reset now because she knows that I reset. So then I'm going to try to shove out probably. I could not shove out here as well and just let these creeps hit my creeps and deny her creeps. But I was really hoping to get a roam off by getting the first shove here. So this is what I was attempting to do. So I was trying to get the first shove off and then hopefully I can rotate somewhere. So in this case I'm going top. But as I'm on the way, and this would be an amazing fight for us, by the way. This really would. She dies, and then it's just completely bad roam. It doesn't do anything because there's no way for us to catch these guys from the angle that we're at. This Gnar still has ult, he didn't even use it. I just ignite him just for a little bit of damage. And then I'm going to collect top wave here with this Olaf. Because it's a big wave, and then Fiora, when she respawns, will just go mid and collect that. But this actually gives Orianna a little bit of an advantage here in CS, and also I'm giving her platings for this roam. And it's just kind of unfortunate. If this fight top where Fiora went in a little bit later, just a little bit later, maybe we could have done something a bit better. Even though Orianna still has TP, I still think that we would have the priority. I mean, I have Ignite and Flash and stuff, and Fiora was kind of playing well. She just died. This is a really awkward point. Like, my team was pinging that, like, on the way and, like, help us with this Rift Herald when the enemy was doing it. So I stopped my reset, and that's so bad. And I lose a crap ton of tempo from it. So I should have just reset. And then I think I walk into Trundle here as well. So I just have to sleep him and then just Protobelt away, and I'm fine. But this is really bad situation to be in. Now I have no corrupting potions, and you can see how low I am. And from this point, there's something happening. Okay, so we see that the Olaf is on bot side, and I'm like, alright, well, Olaf could come mid. So actually, I was trying to bait here, but the thing is I get myself killed by overbaiting because I still have flash. So what I should do here is I'm really trying to hard bait, which is... Is he actually not coming? Oh, well, he was pinging that he was coming, and he does come. But the thing is I get hit by this and I overtrade, and I think that I can, like, make it so I don't die here by, like, baiting her, and I get myself killed from a flash, and... Yeah, I really hard trolled, but she still dies, believe it or not, which is surprising. So, just Olaf things. I thought that my Olaf was coming, and also I misplayed by baiting too hard and got solo killed from it, so... And that all stems from this weird top thing here, so this was a mistake by me. I should have just ignored my teammates' pings and just backed off, because the amount of pressure that I basically lost from not resetting there is just so bad. Even if they were to, like, flame me or something, even though there was nothing to do. I think it was just a bad call. I'm just gonna skip forward, because I think nothing happens for a little bit. Actually, maybe something does happen. I go back mid, I just shove out, look for a trade. So this is right after I respawn. I have a wave slow pushing, I portaled forward, got a sleep on her, chunk her a little bit, and then immediately back off because any trade back will actually be unfavorable. Shove it in all the way and then immediately leave because going for tower is basically impossible versus control mages, and it's going to get me in a bad trade. Looking for more shoving here as the next wave is coming in, because if you clear the wave quickly, you have better opportunities to roam, so I'm just trying to do that. And I'm also just hovering my jungler side. Hovering your jungler side is always really nice, so if he ever gets into a fight here, I'm nearby, and I'm also heading bot as well. This is kind of a weird spot. I think we look for Orianna. You see that she's super scared rotating all the way bot here because of the way that, like, we have vision control down. She would have to face check us, and if she face checks incorrectly, then it's really hard for her to do stuff. So we went bot. There's this weird fight going on, but we burned Gnar TP here. Gnar actually TP'd on the tower. I don't know if you saw that. So we immediately back off, and we back off because we burned something. You can see Fiora now has a free lane top where she can catch stuff. But the thing is, now Orianna just shoved mid, and what you should do as a mid laner, let's say your top laner just TP'd bot, is now that Orianna will rotate top lane, and she will catch the wave. Because if she doesn't catch the wave, imagine how much CS is lost, and also all these platings. So Orianna shoved mid lane and then immediately rotated top here, and she'll be top any second now. So this was good by her. It's a rotation to salvage your top lane from TPing, and because we had a weird fight bot, we actually lost dragon off of it. So this was actually really good for them. They kind of traded their TP for one dragon, and our Fiora got 2 plays. I die here. I disrespect the Gnar and get myself killed. So I stepped up, Gnar was turning mega, all he did was just jump on me and throw me back, and I just died immediately. So just misplay from me once again. As you can see, misplays happen, and a tiny misplay just gets you killed, man. Like, honestly, all that happened there was Gnar was turning mega, and he immediately jumps on me and just tosses me back, and I'm flashless, and that's only from just stepping up a little bit close towards Gnar when you shouldn't be. So he punished me really quickly. And now I respawn, and this is where the game turns into kind of our favor. Our bot lane, I think, is winning. Okay, maybe not winning, but even-ish. I mean, they're up a lot of CS. They're gonna speed it up a little bit. I'm gonna stay mid here. There's no reason for me to go top. Gnar, for some reason, comes mid, and I think this guy gets out-traded. Because this guy has no merc tread, so I'm gonna get a humongous chunk here on this guy. And then I even do a short range Q. To do that one, all you have to do is just show you. So my Q is coming back up, and then you Q, and then immediately portal jump as your Q is coming out, and then just do it again. So this is a really fast one. And that's just for like quick chunks versus people who are close to you, but they're not going to be that close for that long, so you can't really prep anything. So the short range Qs actually deal quite a big chunk, even if you don't get to set it up that well. And then because the Gnar got so low, he had to back because he was too scared of... Oh wait, no, he went top actually. Okay, well, anyways, he left the lane, so I'm just getting platings here. And then Orianna stayed top for so long, and there was like this weird fight where like Orianna was trying to kill our Fiora. But I got 2 plates here, which is 320 gold, which is like 1 kill, so... Getting a lot of platings here, which is great. GTV's back mid. And then I think I was about to rotate top because there was a weird fight, but nothing happens. I'm pinging now. I'm pinging my bot lane because I'm really afraid of this Orianna rotating. I look for a bubble here just to defend this guy, so hopefully he falls asleep and then he gets away. And I use Randuin's to slow down the Gnar as well. Got a pretty good poke on him as well. And then I look for another Q. Doesn't land though. And I think we just have to give up mid tower here. It's too risky, so I just back up. Got a decent chunk on the Trundle. And you can see the game is still pretty even. There's nothing really we could do about this mid tower thing. Our top side is kind of losing. I don't really have priority on Orianna because she has more spammable spells, and I think she has Luden's advantage. You can see that she has Luden's, and I only have a Lost Chapter at this point, so I'm not really that strong. But the game can completely turn based off of one bubble. That's the main goal with any team fight, landing a bubble on an important target and getting them out of the fight immediately. That's what this champion really excels at. Their team fight right now is pretty crazy too, like Gnar with Orianna. Tahm Kench is also to deny bubbles as well, so... It looks like I backed. I'm guessing I bought Luden's. No, I didn't even have enough. I only could buy a Blasting Wand and I refreshed my potions. Let's go back mid. I don't know where the Orianna is. These guys might actually walk into her, maybe? Guess not. Still don't know where she is, but... Oh! And I look for a bubble and it misses just barely. The reason why I portal jump into her there, even though I took a really bad trade, is because I know all of my teammates were nearby. If my teammates weren't nearby, do not do what I just did. That is a awful trade, and she would just immediately ulti me and kill me. I'm only doing it because my teammates are nearby, so if she does try to all in, my teammates would back me up. Now there is a weird fight going on here. So there's a few things that happen here. So for some reason they started Rift when we have numbers advantage. After we pushed out bot, and we see that this Tahm Kench is still bot, so that means that he won't be there because he has no TP. There's Senna mid lane. I knew Orianna would either be inside this brush or this brush, because where else would she be? Did she really reset on a Rift Herald? Like, do you really think that they're going to be doing Rift Herald when Orianna has a reset? Inside of high elo, no. Maybe low elo, maybe yes, but inside of high elo, there's no way, right? She has to be somewhere. So that's why I'm like so scared of checking this, and I pink warded it and missed. But you could see I was trying to check it, and as soon as we saw her, I didn't have enough timing to use the bubble. But I looked for a bubble from here, and believe it or not, that lands. And because it landed with no Tahm Kench nearby, I immediately used everything. And the reason being is that she also had a shutdown. Although it doesn't show for some reason, I don't know why. But I'm pretty sure she had a shutdown. But she's the most oh, she actually didn't have a shutdown, never mind. Maybe it was later, I don't know. But, this guy has flash on the ground, I pick it up, look for a Q, miss the Q. I'm about to die from one more tower shot, flash over the wall, I slept him, come back over and hit him with an auto attack. So we can go back over the whole entire play. We hit the Orianna with the bubble going from here because we figured that she'd be inside one of these brushes. Was able to kill her. Once she's dead, there is basically no team that can actually manage to probably beat our team comp. So with her being dead, there's nothing they can do. Hit my Q there. This guy flashed away. I used his thing to get in range. I missed my Q here, but I flash over this thick wall and then hit asleep, and then I jump back over with my portal jump just to finish off the kill when he fell asleep. And now I see some weird top fighting going on, so that's where I'm probably going to rotate next. Looking for a bubble here. You can see I landed the Q and also the bubble, so this guy will just die. Good Q. And a good bubble by me. And then we got the Rift Herald. So this was like an awful misplay. Maybe it's because of tilt. Maybe it's, I don't know, like one person made the call and for some reason people followed a really bad call. But you can see how one bad call literally shifts the entire game. Of course, it's only a little bit of money, but like this was a massive play because we got a bunch of kills for basically nothing. So, Dragon's up. I think we just lose it. No, it looks like we get it, which is surprising. I guess we just rotate and they don't do it fast enough, maybe? We're trying to get there fast enough right now. So we're running there. We see that they haven't started it yet, so it should be fine. If we set it up first, we can probably just do it. We have pretty decent vision control, so they would have to face check us. You can see I'm just waiting to look for picks. I missed my abilities, but It's whatever. With Zoe, you're just throwing out your abilities. If they land, it's great. If it doesn't, it's whatever. You're literally a poke mage, right? You just continue poking. So I'm still waiting for somebody to come. I should probably be hitting this dragon instead, but it's fine. So we take the dragon. I think that their death timers from the earlier topside play were the reason why they couldn't do anything there. I just started heading mid to help maybe get this tower, but then these guys are like taking over mid, and Orianna's just split pushing top. So actually, I'm gonna rotate top here, to try. And I ward this because I'm afraid she's gonna look for me. Like she's gonna come through here and then try to kill me. So I'm just rotating up here to catch the wave that she's shoving, because you want to catch waves. If you just completely ignore the waves, it's pretty bad. So I'm just catching it. Meanwhile, my team is just winning. My bot lane is pretty fed. And then I'm just gonna try doing these golems here. But then I notice that this wave has come, and I get into a bad habit where I'm doing golems in the wave at the same time, and you take so much damage. So I just stopped doing the golems because I should do it after I finish this. So after I finish it, that's when I can look for this. Now that I started it, I can actually go for it. Use my bubble as well. Now Orianna shows up, immediately flashes on me. I have no flash, and hits QW, and I'm in a really bad situation here. The only way that I can ever win this is by picking up her flash. So you can see I'm immediately rotating over to her flash here. And I know that she hasn't used her ulti yet. And what happens is I actually dodge her ulti and flash away and survive. So we'll look at it inside full speed. This is what it looks like. She comes in, presses QW, does not ulti immediately. I think that if she immediately pressed ulti, I probably would have died, but she didn't. So when I use it, I actually dodge it and escape a thing that probably should have died. And the reason why she was trying to go so aggressive there is because I was flashless, and she knew. I mean, Pobelter streamed this game. It's on his Twitch VODs, so he was saying he should have just ultied sooner. And I mean, before he went on me, he said like, Zoe's flashless, I have flash, so like. There's no way that a flashless Zoe is ever going to beat an Orianna in a 1v1. And then I see that he's rotating this way, so I look for a long-range bubble, and it just barely lands, and I'm able to actually kill him here. So not only did I somehow, I guess, outplay his ulti over here, but I also was able to get a kill as well. And this is huge, by the way, because I'm definitely not winning. And she had flash advantage, so she lost with flash advantage. And she had the first move, which is something really important. I had no idea she was there. So it wasn't a reaction speed, by the way. It was more of a prediction, because you should know when people are about to use their ultis, for the most part. So right here, I was thinking she was probably going to ulti kind of soon, but also wanted the flash. So it was kind of a prediction, more than a reaction. You can't reaction speed an Orianna ulti with a Zoe R, because the animation is too long. With the Zhonya's, of course, it's not hard whatsoever, but with a Zoe, probably not. Pretty sure it's more of a, just like, you know, if I was Orianna, when would I press my ulti button, and I was able to actually successfully do that. I want a group here because I want to look for just picks with my team. I feel like we're strong enough. I guess we're just A-ramming. I mean, this Orianna is once again shoving, and I didn't really want to go versus her. Looking for stuff. I only really catch side waves with Zoe when they shove it. So once she shoves it, then I go collect it. I think I go up there to collect it right now, maybe. Yeah, so I'm just fixing the wave once again. Every single time she ruins the wave and pushes it towards me, I just push it back. And in this case, it's like a little bit on my side, so I can easily just shove this safely. And then my team is starting the Baron. We have pretty good vision control, I guess, with the pink wards and the sweepers and stuff. And they get off of it. Probably because they're not feeling confident enough that we can do it fast enough without being found out and maybe throwing the game. I didn't want to shove top here because I was afraid of getting caught out. Maybe I should have, though. Just kept on shoving and let my team rotate to me. But now that I had my team following me, rotating top, that's when I was like, alright, I'll go top now to help you guys. And then they found Trundle, and I think they all just all-in him. And I think they maybe even kill. There's a TP on this, by the way. I know that you can't see it, but there was a TP on that, and I just go for this guy and kill him. So there was a TP on this for some reason, and got him. So let me show you what exactly... I guess I'll try to explain some of the macro behind it. During mid game is where you just shove move to objective over and over again and look for a pick. So in this case, they shove, right? Shoving, and then they move. Pretty simple. If you're winning, if you're losing, you need to fix the wave. Like so, shove this and then walk in through the safe way, which is through here, not through this because this is a choke, and try to set up your own vision control. But you can see these guys just cleared the wave, but we have first move, so that's why they're walking in and looking for a pick, because they feel like they're going to be able to collapse on the enemy faster than the enemy team can come help their own teammates. So, and then I'm up here as well. So I thought, even if they, let's say they didn't find Trundle here, everybody would have rotated and we would have went for this top tower and we could have gotten top tower. So you shove a wave and then you go to the objective, that is the next objective, and Trundle uses ulti, flashes away, and I think he survives here, actually. Yeah, he does survive, just barely. And then Nara, of course, came up here, and I just immediately bubbled and just hit Q on him, so he just immediately died. Now, what's going to happen now is that we're going to start the Baron, and we're starting the Baron because Trundle is flashless and low. So let's just imagine they try to come in and they can. Trundle can't go. He's like 300 HP. He would just immediately die. So it's only Orianna, Senna, and Tahm Kench versus 5 of us. Basically, there should be no way that they ever do anything versus us. So the enemy team actually has to give it here. So that's why nobody's coming, because it's too risky. They would just literally suicide and we get the Baron. So it's better just to not suicide and just give it. And that's because the Trundle was too low and we got a pick on the Gnar. And that's all from one rotation from my team. And then this is where the game becomes much easier. The dragon is spawning, just heading over to it. I do the blue buff. We still have the Baron. There's this weird fight here where like they're like between this tiny choke. I think I could have done more. I mess up my Q. Land bubble on this guy though. I'm trying to stay away from this Gnar. I knew he had ulti here, but he didn't ulti me. They killed one of our teammates, but I'm still looking. It's kind of a weird fight. And then I think I land bubble here. Yeah, I land bubble on Tahm Kench, look for a super long range Q and just kill that guy. For the most part, Zoe likes to play on the outskirts, just throwing Qs and bubbles in over and over again, and if anything lands, then basically you did your job, and I landed a Q there. I could have definitely maybe not used my Q earlier, because I did waste one of them, and yeah. I'm just going to help her with this. With dragons, if you stand inside this little tiny corner right here, your Q actually lands without going over, so you can see that it lands. It doesn't land from like these angles, or at least if they do, it's extremely difficult. This is the easiest way for it to land. My team is just trying to take the bot tower at this time. Do they die, or do they just run away? Yeah, they're getting picked, but I think they might survive. Or at least one of them survives. I'm coming over to try to help, but it's a really awkward spot. I think I die here. I use Zanya's, and then I immediately flash away when he tries to Gnar ulti me against the wall because I figured it would kill me. I did get the Trundle extremely low though, and now the Gnar has nothing. Even though I missed the bubble here. I picked up the Stride Breaker off the ground, still looking, picking up more items. Hit her with the Q, I think. It's for damage. Yeah, we killed them. They overextended. They were chasing the Ezreal so hard and walked all into us there. I didn't even see how Orianna died, I guess. Let me look. Where is she? Oh, she got picked. Let's see. Oh, Oriana's TPing here. Oh no, wait, I knew this actually. I already saw this. I couldn't chase her. Look how fast she is. So I just decided to go help the Ezreal instead. Because there is no way I can collapse to that. And also my bubbles suck. Anyways, let's go back to the beginning. That was just a weird fight. Killed the Oriana. I mean, basically we just won when she's dead for the most part. What's her kill score? 1-4. Then I'm currently 3-2-7. I've been part of 10 KP this game. Let's see. So this guy's part of 7, 9, 10, 6, 6. So that's really good. I've been part of a lot. Oh, let's go over this. Okay, so whenever you're doing objectives and stuff, it's always good to take enemy camps as well. I should have probably not started resetting here. It's better to take camps. So on the way out of ever doing like an inhib or something and people are dead, you should always be taking the jungler's camps because it really denies a lot. I went for this blue buff and Ezreal took it, and it made me very sad, and he question mark pinged me, or question mark pinged the blue buff. And then Oriana is coming for the blue buff here, and I actually stopped my reset because she's literally walking straight into me, so I look for a bubble, and then I go for a long range Q, and I time it perfectly so the shield just expires. Watch. So that you can time the Oriana shield so it just expires, so right when it lands, then you can get her. So if the shield actually didn't expire there, I don't think she would have died. So we just one-shot that guy. And these are my current items right now, so all I have is Ludens and a Needless and a Hextech. And I don't even have spell pen boots, so... I mean, of course we had Baron buff? No, wait, actually we didn't, I think. Yeah, it already expired. But yeah, just got another free kill. And now at this point, all we need to do is siege any lane that isn't the mid inhib, because you should always go for the lanes that don't have mid inhib, or that is the non-inhib lane. Because you don't want to go to the inhib lane, it's already shoving for you. What's the point? It's already going to create pressure on its own. You want to go to a lane that's not creating pressure. So in this case, we were going bot. Just look for more poke. I think I trolled here. Oh, well, I killed that guy. There was a moment where, like, I should be able to kill Senna, and I played so poorly. Where she steps it up into me or something. Looking for, like, this stuff from the side here. Oh, right here, I think. That's where it happens. Oh no, never mind. I did kill her. Alright, yeah. I mean, she stepped up a little bit too far, and I just... I'll go over, I guess, what I did. Fast. Hit Q on that guy. Okay, so I'm getting traded on. I don't have any cooldowns coming up, so as soon as this one's coming up, I just look for a fast, I think, Q. So Q, and then immediately ulti and Q again, and then I ignite. And you can see that that did enough damage to basically just one-shot her. So... really, really fast Q. Just Q RQ immediately. Don't let it go back that far. Just let it do a short range one. She's squishy enough that she can just die to it. So. I'm looking for the Oriana. I'm kind of ignoring these two because they're not really that risky. And yeah, about the game. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary about playing Zoe. I thought that this game was a pretty okay one because it's like a good one in terms of just like the evenness of the game. It wasn't just like a hard stomp. There was time I was 0-2 at one point, and I still managed to do some pretty cool stuff. And I talked about the laning phase versus a good player and what I'm looking to do. So if you guys enjoyed the video, here's a damage chart if you really wanted to look at it. Obviously, Ezreal did a crap ton. I still think I contributed a lot. I had a lot of KP that game, but anyways, hopefully you guys learned something about playing Zoe. This was on my highest elo account, so you can see it's 724 LP, so it was a high elo one. Once again, hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, I'm happy that you did, and I will see you guys next time.